Now, we've already looked at match, mismatch metaprograms, and we've already looked at the importance of matching rather than mismatching with people, although mismatching obviously has its uses for breaking rapport. Today we're going to build on this by matching, always matching the things that we talk about, finding commonality in the things we talk about. We've looked at yes sets and the importance of getting repeated yes or positive affirmations, yes responses. A no can be one of the hardest things to turn around. When somebody says no to you, it can be very difficult to get them to do a full 180-degree turn and then suddenly say yes. Their pride is at stake, their reputation, they've just made a verbal commitment to the opposite. They've said no, and you want them to say yes. So we avoid getting no. So today we're going to build on these two aspects, and we're going to look at the agreement frame. Now, the agreement frame, we can use this in any situation. And we don't necessarily have to actually agree with what they've said. Let me give you an example. If somebody says to you, I think milk chocolate is better than dark chocolate. Now, you may well avoid milk and dairy products on ethical reasons. You may well be lactose intolerant. You may absolutely disagree with them as much as possible that milk chocolate is better than dark chocolate. Now, this could be, I believe this product is better than this product. I believe this service is better than this service. I believe milk chocolate is better than dark chocolate. And we're going to agree with the person. But we're going to widen the frame. What we're actually going to agree with is we are going to agree that they believe that that is true. And then we're going to supply some extra information. Now, in communication, if we were to use the word but, it acts as a tool which kind of effectively deletes everything that you've just said. I love you, but, and all of a sudden you don't believe the thing that you just said. I think you're wonderful, but, and then comes the criticism. I think you've done a good job at work, but, and then comes the criticism. So we avoid using the word but. Instead, we use the word and. So, in our example, I think milk chocolate is better than dark chocolate. I agree that you believe milk chocolate is better than dark chocolate, and I'm sure you haven't tasted all of the dark chocolates out there, and if you'd tasted this such creamy dark chocolate, the way that they conch the cocoa beans, the way that they take their time creates, it's not bitter like a lot of dark chocolates, but this particular brand, that the way they conch the bean, the way they take their time making this chocolate, creates a smooth, really smooth, creamy texture that doesn't have those unpleasant. I'm sure that you haven't tasted all of them, and I'm guessing you haven't tasted this, and I'm sure you'd like to, wouldn't you? At least try it. And you're going to get a yes. You're going to get a yes. Okay, I'd like to try this chocolate. So rather than going in, no, you're wrong, milk chocolate isn't as good. It's a diluted form of what we're after the chocolate. And it's been, if we go like that, we're just going to create a heated argument. If we use and then supply a good reason. So in that case, I was just agreeing with the fact that they believe milk chocolate is better. And of course we can do this in all sorts of situations. For example, I agree, this product is better than ours. And if you really take the time to look, or if you really take the time to listen, or if you really take the time to get in touch with, remember the predicates, the rep systems, will use the correct sensory-specific words, and if you really take the time to look at our product, I think you'll find it's not that far behind this product, and it's half the price. Of course, if it's the opposite way around, I agree with you, our product is a lot more expensive, And I'm sure you're aware that you do get what you pay for in life. And blah blah blah. Almost any situation. So we can directly agree with them. I agree our product is more expensive. Or I agree our product doesn't do as much. And, or we can simply agree with the fact that they believe what they're saying is true. And. So today we're all about commonality, finding the commonality, getting agreement, and using the agreement frame. Using and. Take the word but out of your vocabulary. Use the word and. Follow this simple formula and practice the agreement frame a couple of times today. And I think you'll be very, very surprised.